All right, it's great to get back out. First day of first practice. I like the energy that the guys came out with. I thought it was a fast practice for the first day. Some newcomers that are figuring it out. You definitely proud of them for the work that they put in trying to understand some of the concepts, whether it's in the meeting room, some of the extra work that they've done on their own. You see a lot of the returners. I mean, they played pretty fast today. They, an expectation, understanding of what we're doing. Really trying to hone in on the finer details with those guys that have been here, and just continuing to push to that standard of our best. But I really liked today's work. I thought it was not a whole lot that you're worried about when it comes to any physical nature, just being in helmets. But it is to see how guys are communicating, how are they aligning, are they understand the assignments of what they can do, and then obviously make sure we're working the fundamentals and the footwork of how we need to execute those assignments. But I thought it was a good day. Guys were flying around, so I thought we accomplished what we needed to accomplish.
What can a freshman newcomer do day one to catch your eye, make you happy, make you proud?
And when they get out there trying to play fast, I mean, it doesn't mean that it's all going to be right, but playing with confidence in the things that they know. Obviously when they get an opportunity to make plays, it's always good to see guys getting out there and making plays, and that happened today with quite a few newcomers that they're on the offensive side. Some guys were able to throw and catch the ball, had some big plays. Thought there were some impressive moments there. Some of the guys, offensive line is so hard. Offensive, defensive line is so hard to tell. I mean, I know Daryl Jackson's a huge human being. He actually was able to disrupt a couple passes there today, which is good to see. In the defensive backfield, some of the newcomers that jumped in. I mean, I thought all three of the DBs, Fentrell, did some nice things, had some nice plays. KJ Kirkland had a really nice play in the team session. And then, Quinn Darius, I think those are three really big, long, athletic guys that can run. So I think that adds to the defensive backfield as a whole, and then just really seeing those guys and getting out there and competing, it was good. I thought Amari Cooper did some good things. I told you the other day that we're looking at him at some safety stuff too, and I thought he transitions really well there, and we're still going to get some work at both. But I mean, I thought he had some really good moments there in the first practice. So, but all in all, I mean, that's what you want to see from some of those newcomers.
Coach, did you looks like a guy that, did speed translate.
We were very confident in that. He was a guy that I got to see in person multiple times. Came to camp, came to different things, and he plays fast. And he's as he continues to grow. You see the speed, you see the athleticism, obviously the playmaking ability. He had a couple big plays today. That's one of the things you want to see on day one, and he didn't disappoint.
Coach, did you sense the eagerness about how badly the guys wanted to be able to get things going today?
I did, and and there's for 19 guys, that was their first practice here at Florida State, and there's anxiety with some guys that they got themselves worked up pretty good, and it was good for some and not as good for others. But the only way you can work through that is you have to get yourself to that point. I want every day that we step, I don't care if we're in helmets, what we're doing, like the approach has to be championship level of being your best. And there's going to be anxiety, there's going to be nerves. I mean, every player on this team, we get to September, right before kickoff, you're going to have some butterflies that are going on, and that's a great thing to have to work yourself to when you're out on the practice field. And so that's what we're trying to push them with. But no, I thought it was a good day with them.
Overall, the quarterbacks, all four of them seemed to make plays. Brock certainly seemed to fit right in for the most part.
Yeah, in all reality, he probably has the biggest challenge of anybody that's out here. You're going into the fourth year. We're pretty aggressive on offense on how we're installing. He's really sharp. He picks it up. He was one that early in practice was probably pressing, even just in routes versus air. He was working through that. But I thought as the day went on, he definitely got better, and I thought AJ Duffy, Tate, all those guys did. I mean, Jordan was remarkable today. I mean, I thought that's what you want to see as somebody gets started. But he did what he's supposed to do, and the rest of the guys, I thought they followed suit. And I like where that group's at.
When you look at your D-line group out here, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Size, athleticism. I mean, the qualities that you want to see in a Florida State defensive line. Stepping on the field, we have that, and it's the competitiveness that is necessary. That's what I'm really excited about, because you're gonna have to bring it every day, and we're gonna be able to play a lot of guys up there. But if every one of those players will come and every time they step on that field, cut it loose to the elite level in the energy, the physicality, obviously the effort that they give. I mean, it looks the part, and we got to continue to push and get better. But this is an eager group too, which I really like.
Will all of those new offensive linemen get looks at multiple, the transfers, or they'll get looks at multiple positions?
Some. I mean, there's a possibility. There's one or two that we just really want to kind of keep in the spot. But playing up front, we do have depth, and there's gonna be some guys that we're probably trying not to move as much, even in some of the returners. But as guys, as they feel comfortable, then we might move them around, because that's just always going to be a part of the game. But I look forward to watching them as they grow through the spring ball.
Darius kind of showing some leadership skills. Is that something that he's always had, or is that something?
I mean, I think he's growing in his confidence of who he is, and what he's been through, and what he's capable of. And he's played every position on our offensive line. I mean, he had a really good offseason. I'm excited about the things that he's done. When he speaks, I mean, it's because he's worked, and people are going to listen. So I'm glad to see him doing that. And he has guys respect him, and it's nice to see that he's feeling confident in what he's going to do to be able to speak up and push that along.
You spoke about Duke Cooper working different spots and feeling like he can transition. When you say that, what is it that makes you feel confident that he has the ability to do so?
I think he's such a well-rounded player. I mean, he's got size, he's got physicality. He's great. He's a playmaker. And last year was tough for him. He had to deal with an injury that really, more than anything else, it was just probably hurt his confidence a little bit of just what he could do, dealing with some of those injuries that kind of lingered. And I mean, he did everything he could to play and be available, but he's got such a great skill set. And whenever we recruited him, we knew he could play corner, but also thought that if it ever got to the point, he could be a really dynamic safety. And you look at how that can and has transitioned here in the past. I mean, it's exciting to know that he's got that versatility.
Winston Wright got beat on practice. How do you look today?
I thought he was one of those guys who made some plays. Went through last year, and the thing I was looking for was just some of the explosiveness. And I mean, you felt that on some plays today. And it's still going to be. Everything's a work in progress with every player we have. But I mean, that the speed and explosiveness, it's definitely a return, and I'm excited about what he's going to be able to do.
What did you see out of Jaheim Bell today, first glance?
Big explosive football player. Had some really nice plays in the passing game. Got to go back and watch on some of the run game stuff, but I mean, it's excited about the dynamic he can bring. And I thought all those tight ends, we were able to roll quite a few guys in today, and they were, for the most part, took advantage of the opportunities that they had. But just continuing to help him in this transition of the expectation and how we're going to do it. But I mean, I thought he had a good first day.
All right, thanks, Coach.